Oh.
We had a mill come to our house and saw logs so we could build our barn down there. And we piled it out to let it dry a little bit before we used it. And we went out. I wasn't going to go out that night.
Sorry.
It was Halloween. And I went outside. It was dark, and I seen this car go by and go up the road and stop. And so I went outside, and here they come across the field. I could hear them laughing and talking. And so I told Dad about it. And he went around the barn one way, and I went around the other way, and I shot in the air a couple times, and they hid behind the wood pile, and then we went out and caught them. We hid behind the lumber pile, and they piled our lumber all back up again. And then they had us go and had me go with them. We first of all we had a guy in an old shack watching the railroad bridge down there because the war was going on. And they watching the railroad bridges, and he was kind of a coward anyway. They had a little shack about that big a square, and he was sitting in there, and me and another guy went up behind it, and we'd throw a rock at the shack, and he'd go, "Ooh!" And we got braver and braver, and finally we found a stick about that long, and that big around, and went up behind it. Blam! We threw him against the shack. Woo! Down the track he went for home. He couldn't get down there fast enough.
Then did you guard the bridge against the Germans then?
Huh?
Did you guard the bridge?
No. Then we had an old lady janitor down at the school down there. And during the summertime we was thrashing at home, and we took all them pieces of binder twine out of the straw pile and tied them in together. And we had a ball about to go around. So we went down there to the school, crawled up on the roof, tied this binder twine to the bell. Then we went out across the schoolyard into the high grass at the edge of the fence, and we were ringing the bell. And this old lady, there was a janitor, she lived right next there. And she over there, and she's running around looking to find out who's ringing the bell. There's that bell rope going up and down, and nobody around to ring it. And I bet we rang that for 15 minutes. And pretty soon the darn string broke right up by the bell, so we rolled apart to a string and lost it. Anybody ever found out who did that?